Hi everybody, welcome to Crafts and Pajamas. It is that time. Welcome to my channel if you're new. Welcome back if you're not. Subscribe if you haven't. Like if you haven't. I would greatly appreciate it. Today I'm not doing a wreath. I'm actually going to be working with the pumpkin. And we're going to be decorating a pumpkin today. So it's going to be interesting to see how this goes. I got my pumpkin from Michael's. I got it last year, but they have multiple pumpkins nowadays. I prefer the styrofoam because this is a plastic one and I have to use a little tool like a screwdriver to put holes into the pumpkin itself. So when I'm ready to place something like the hat, I have to make sure I have the capabilities to put a hole in it. And it's kind of hard. The styrofoam ones, much easier, which I'll show you at the end of the video. I did one with the styrofoam and it worked out really well. I really like it. So you'll need your pumpkin, you'll need a tool. It could be an ice pick, it could be a little screwdriver, whatever. A friend of mine, she used a Cricut tool, that is the pointy Cricut tool. And by the way, shout out to her, Christy. My friend Christy is the one that I kind of stole this idea from because I liked it so much. We're going to decorate it with a bow, so we're going to be making a bow. I have multiple ribbon that we're going to be using to make a bow. It's probably going to be like a 5.5 inch, 6 inch bow, and each time I do loops, I'm going to make it smaller. So start with 6 or 5.5 and go down 1/2 inch every time. I'm going to try if it doesn't get crowded on here because it's not a very big, I mean, it's a pretty good size pumpkin. It's just not huge. I'm going to try to make a candy piece out of this with some of this. I got it from Hobby Lobby. It's the table covering. It's what I have on my table right here. It's just the plastic table covering. And I got this from the dollar store. So I'm going to try to cover that up and make it like a little piece of candy. Maybe to add. All of this is subject to change when I start doing this pumpkin. I have some picks that I'm thinking about using. So I have one like this. I'm definitely using the witch's hat. I'm using this little tree looking pick. But if this doesn't work out, I definitely have some of these to use. I have black, purple, and orange if this other doesn't work out for me. I have some black pipe cleaners that I'll be using. I have my hot glue that I will be using. I may possibly use the little cat. So I have different things I'm gonna try to stick in here, but I don't want it to get too busy. So we're gonna have to pick and choose as we go through this process. My husband made me some cutesy little numbers on his 3D printer, and I'm definitely putting the 31 in here because that's the day of Halloween. So I think it'll look pretty cool in there. And I think that is about it. I'm thinking I'm going to use the black numbers. I also have some white ones. I have orange, but I already used the orange. The orange would probably be best in here, but I'm going to go with the black, I think, at first. I used the orange in my other pumpkin, which you'll see at the end of the video, unless you can see it now. I don't know if you can see it behind me if it's the video's tall enough, but anyway, that's what we're going to start with. Look, I like to say it's crafts, pajamas, and cocktails, but it's not. Today it's crafts, pajamas, and coffee. So, oh, another thing you're going to need are skewers. The skewers I've used with the 3. That's how I'm going to be placing them into the pumpkin. So whenever you make a hole, you can just place it in there and it's gonna hold it. So I'm thinking of painting this black. I'm not sure yet. I do kind of like the natural wood of it. I can also use a pipe cleaner possibly to wrap it. I don't know yet. I'm gonna go with the natural wood first and see how it looks. It may not look good. So it's trial and error. So we're gonna go ahead and get started. And we're going to start with the bow. I'm not used to making bows for this type of project. I'm used to making them in my wreath and being able to pull them out and have them come, you know, closer to each other, the loops. We're gonna see how this look. Every time I do a video, I'm learning right there with you. That's the joy of this, is I've never done these before. My friend did it and I loved how hers came out. So I'm gonna try one, and that's what it is. It's just me trying crafts, and hopefully they come out good and you guys can enjoy them as well. So let's go ahead and get started. I have I have 1, 2, 3, 4. I have 6 different ribbons. My color scheme is, for the most part, green, purple, and orange. However, I'm gonna throw black in there because my witch's hat is black. So I'm gonna throw black in there, and it's going to complement because this black ribbon has orange hats, green hats, and so on. So we're gonna use that. I think though, what we're gonna do is we're gonna start with, I don't know, let's see what we're gonna start with. I mean, look, this is totally natural. I don't prepare for these videos. I wish I did, it probably would come out better, but I like them to be more natural. So this is what we get. I want you to feel like you're sitting in here with me and we are doing this together. So I guess I can start with this ribbon right here. It has the witch's feet and her hats. So I guess we'll just go ahead and start with that. So I'm gonna do my tails probably about 8 inches if I start with my bows, my loops being 6. I hope my concern is the bow is going to be too big for this pumpkin, but we'll see. I mean, maybe I'll start, let's do this. Let's start at 5.5 and go down. 5.5. So we're gonna start with an 8-inch tail and a 5.5-inch loop is what we're gonna do, okay? And remember, when you're making your bow, this ribbon is one-sided, so we have to twist and bring it down, and then we're going to make our loop, and it's gonna be, we said 5.5 inches, 5.5 inches, scrunch it, twist, bring it down, and then we're gonna do this loop 5.5 inches, just like the other one. This time you don't have to scrunch because this time we're doing the tail, so it's already sitting at the right side. So we just bring that and bring it down. And then I'm gonna make this tail 8 inches. I've been using these scissors for these wires and they're kind of going dull now. So, and again, if you watch my videos, my bows, I like to make my bows how they're gonna look on the piece that we're doing, the project. So I do my bows as such. I pull the loop up, the associated tail goes up with it, the other loop comes down, and the associated tail comes down with it. So this is what it's gonna look like on my project, okay? So that's the first layer of our bow. I'm going to go ahead and just, I'm not gonna do black right away. I think I'm going to use orange. So let's just, again, I don't have these prepared. It's spontaneous, it really is. And sometimes I think the spontaneousness of it makes it come out a little bit better, because if I thought too much on this, I might not come out with the same outcome. I'm not saying it's not a good idea to prepare and be proactive about things. Please be my guest, do so. I find it when I'm doing crafts only, if I'm spontaneous, it comes out a little bit better. That's all I'm saying. Instead of this black, look, see, this is what I mean. Instead of this black, I think I'm gonna use this right here. I like it. Let's do it. Do you see how that changed? It changes, look. I'm crazy. Okay, so 8-inch tail. And this is double-sided, so I don't technically have to do all the twists or anything. You just do your 8-inch tail, you bring it down, you do your loop. We did 5.5, so now we're gonna do 5. You bring it down, squish it down a little bit, bring this loop over, do 5, bring it down, squish it down, and then you're gonna cut your 8. I'm keeping the tails 8 inches because I want to be able to cut them at a later time and make them different lengths and everything. So since this loop went up, this loop on this side is going to come down, okay? So that means this tail that's associated with this loop is going to come down as well. This loop is going to go up. This loop is going to, or this tail is going to go up. So I alternate my tails and my loops, as you can probably tell. That's a pattern that I do. And for some reason it's not wanting to cooperate there. There we go. So I alternate my bows or my loops and my tails, and that's the pattern that I do with my bows. So orange is done. Now we can do, let's do something that's going to tie this in. Let's bring in the green. Let's bring in the green. Okay, so 8-inch. Now we're going to do 4.5. Yeah, I'm gonna keep it at 5 this time because I have a lot of ribbon, and so there's a lot going on here. Let's just keep it at 5 for now. I don't want to get down to be like 2 inches of a bow. I've never done it. We'll see. Let's keep it at 5 for this one. So 8 inches, and this is one-sided, so we're gonna have to flip it around. We're gonna have to twist it. So twist. And then this bow, this tail is going to come down. So I mean, you can technically bring it down already. You're going to do the loop, and it's going to be set at 5. You're going to have to twist it, and the only thing that the twists are doing is it's bringing the ribbon to the right side. So how it lays, you see what the side that you want to see is all the twist does. And then you're going to do another 5-inch loop, bring it down, and then we're going to cut our tail. And then since this tail came down, this loop is going to go up. Since this is the associated tail with this loop, it's going to go up, and then this loop is going to go down. So loop, tail, alternating. And there's that one. And let's go ahead and tie this in. I usually have a bowl here, but I didn't bring one tonight, so we're just gonna have trash on our table. This is a one-sided ribbon again, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and do my tail first. So squish it up, and you're gonna twist, bring it down. And since this tail went down last time, this tail is gonna go up this time, okay? And then we're gonna do our loop, and we're gonna do it 4.5 inches this time. And there we go, we gotta squish it up. I pleat it, I call it pleating, but a lot of people I hear it's like squish it together, but I pleat it. Bring it down, you're gonna loop this one 4.5 inches, give or take, and it's on the right side already, so you just push it down. Now, you can stop here with the ribbon because it can get overwhelming with the ribbon on such a small project. So technically we can stop here, but I think I'm gonna try and get a couple more ribbons on here. Let's just see what it looks like. I may not like it. I might take it apart. I don't know. So right here, we're gonna bring this loop up because it goes with this tail. Bring this tail down because it goes with this loop. All right. And then I don't know if that's gonna match. And I did that one, orange. I got this purple, there's a lot of purple in that. This one, let me just try this. I like the polka dots with the stripes, but I don't know if I like this polka dot with the stripes, so let's just do it. I'm thinking maybe purple first and then polka dots. Thinking that's what we're doing. We're gonna do purple first and then polka dots. Don't ever be afraid to change your mind on a project, because sometimes the changes are the best things. 8-inch tail. This is one-sided or two-sided, so I don't have to do my twist. I can just bring it down. And I'm gonna do this one 4 inches too. 4 inches. Bring that down. This one's gonna be 4 inches. Bring that down. And then we're going to cut at an 8-inch tail. Okay, now I'm gonna bring in the polka dots. It's just the stripe right on, the polka dots right on the stripe was kind of looking kind of weird to me, so we'll just change it up a little bit. I guess I could have coffee cocktails. Isn't there one like Irish cream or something? Stop it. All right. Let's see. This is a one-sided ribbon, so we're going to have to twist it. So 8-inch tail. And we'll do our little pleats here. Twist, bring down. Oh, I didn't do my loops and my tails. I do it at the time because it makes life much easier for me. You don't have to, technically. You can do your tails and your loops whenever you choose, but I prefer to do it this way because it's easier on me. I know exactly where they're going when I do it this way. So just alternate your loops and tails. That's all we're doing. That's all we do. And then we're going to take our twist, bring it down. We're going to do our loop. We're going to bring it in just a little bit from the 4 inches. And we're going to have to twist that too. So you're going to pleat it. Twist, bring down, loop. You're going to do another 4-inch loop. You got to find my 4 inches there, right there. Bring it down. And there we go. And that is our bow so far. I think it's cute. So far, so good. And then what we're going to do is we're going to bring this loop down, this tail up. That's my dog. I said it before in another video, we have a love-hate relationship. She loves to aggravate me, and I hate it. But I loves her, so it doesn't matter. All right, and there is our bow for the most part. So how I keep this together is I use pipe cleaners. I take 2 pipe cleaners, and they have these at Dollar Tree. I got these at Dollar Tree today, the black ones. It's funny because I didn't have any black ones. And these are the soft fuzzy ones instead of the bristly ones. I don't really care for the bristly ones. They usually break on me quite often. So I like the ones with the soft fuzzies. And then just twist it together. You know, I do like that orange. I'm getting ahead of myself. I do like the orange and black polka dot too, but we're gonna keep it with, I can add and keep adding to these things, so it's dangerous. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go ahead and, this gets serious, so I gotta stand up. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna find our area that we're gonna put our pipe cleaners. We're gonna place our pipe cleaners underneath all of the ribbon. You want to push it down as hard as you can, get it as tight as you can. Place your pipe cleaners in and make sure it's under all of them, because if you don't, it will unravel on you. Pretty sure I got it. There it is. Okay. And the important part of this is just don't let your ribbon twist as you're doing this, because if you let it twist, it's not going to do correctly. So you're gonna bring it up and just keep a tight hold on it. Bring it off. And then what we're gonna do is we're going to bring the pipe cleaners to the back of it, and we're gonna secure them very tightly to the ribbon. And you don't want your stuff to twist because it creates bad ribbon or bad bows. They don't lay correctly at that point in time. This is my bow maker. My husband made it for me. I think it's kind of mimics another bow maker that's really thin. So technically you don't have to buy your bow maker. This is just a piece of wood with the measurements, 2 dowels right here to hold the ribbon and 1 dowel right here to hold the ribbon spools. Ribbon in place here so I can do my bows and tails, and the spools here so they don't fly all over the place. And that's the bow maker that I have. Just a piece of wood, like I said, my husband just made it for me. Love it. Okay, and so since, let me see, is it tight? You want to make sure it's tight, and then twist, 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 twist tight. Okay, so there's our bow at the beginning. So it doesn't look like much right now, so we gotta fluff it up and fix it. We want to make sure we get everything where we want it to be. And you just go through it. But I'm gonna go ahead and trim these bows, or these tails now. So, okay. And how I do that is I dovetail them. So I just take like I said, these scissors are not the best right now. I take every tail and I just dovetail them. And these can be used as centerpieces for your table. It could be used as an end table decoration. It could be used as a fire mantle decoration for your office. It can be used for a lot of things. They come out really cute. I'm so glad my friend did it because I absolutely adore them. And they're fun and whimsical and just so cute. And who doesn't love Halloween decorations? Right? Right. Okay. So there's our bow for now. That's what it's gonna look like. And I'm gonna bring this over a little bit so you can see it, this one over, so it could be seen. This one over. Okay. And you just play with your bows until you get them the way you want it. So I think it looks okay. Again, I'm my worst critic when it comes to my bows. I think it's cute. I think it's gonna look cuter on than it looks in my hand right now. So normally when I stick it in a wreath, at least when I pull it, it pulls it tight so they come together a little bit more compact. But with this, it's just gonna sit here. But I can always stick something in the middle, probably like a spider or something. I have some spiders I have to go get, but I did get some spiders. That's one thing I forgot. So that's our bow. We're gonna put it to the side and we're just gonna admire it for now. And then we have our hat. And like I said, I wanna make a piece of candy with this styrofoam I got from the Dollar Tree. It's just one of those flower foam things. And I'm gonna use this tablecloth type of material that I got from Hobby Lobby. And it's the same material. It comes in a big roll. I have it over here, and it's a lot. Like I can probably do this table multiple times with this stuff, so it's a lot. So I'm gonna see where we need it cut, And then I'm just going to, I don't normally use hot glue for stuff like this, but I'm gonna use it this time. I don't think it's gonna go through. We'll find out. Look, all we can do is find out, right? So I'm just gonna place some, and it's hot. So I'm gonna let it cool off, and it's, ooh, it's bubbling on the styrofoam. I don't know if you can hear it, but it sounds like Rice Krispie treats. Snap, crackle, and pop. Snap, crackle, and pop. It may burn through. I may learn something here in a second, but let's just try it. That was some hot glue. I've had it on for a little bit, so it was pretty hot. Let me just smash it down there. There, I need some more glue though, sticks here. So let's get some more glue sticks. All right. Let's see, let's put some more glue here. So we can let this get secure. This is plastic, that's why I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna burn through it or not, but so far so good with it. It is extremely hot though, so you definitely want to use something. This will be my bottom, so they're not gonna see it. So, and this, I'm making this personally for me. I'm not making it to sell or anything. I'm sure it would sell really quick. I wouldn't do your hot, I got my glue on the hottest setting. If you have a glue gun that has a lower setting, I would definitely use a lower setting. Just because if you use plastic like I am, or this plastic, it's, use tape. I guess that would be better, but I just have my glue right now, so that's what I'm going with. Okay, I have this ribbon to tie, you know how you tie the candies. I'm just gonna do that. Tie the candies. It says trick or treat on it. And I got this from, I don't even know where I got this, but to be honest with you, I think I had it from last year. I wish I knew to tell you, but I don't know where to tell you. The majority of my stuff comes from Hobby Lobby, Michaels. So the pumpkin and all these other things came from Michaels. My ribbon comes from Hobby Lobby, Michaels, Craft, Old Time Pottery, and Craft Outlet. So those are my go-to places for these types of supplies. So if you're wondering, those are the places I go for my ribbon, my supplies, whether it be a pumpkin. And a lot of times I'm proactive about these, so everything that I use for the most part is from last year, because at the end of the season, I go to these stores and I buy when they're 80-90% off. Hobby Lobby is really good about that, 80-90% off. So a lot of times the things that you're seeing are last year's items. Pumpkins, they look the same. I mean, Michaels has these same pumpkins. It's the pumpkin with the hole in it. They got the same picks. They got, the ribbon may be different. That's pretty much what will be different. I mean, they have the same hats. So, all right, so what we're gonna do is we are going to just place this underneath here, and I want it on, I want the trick or treat side to be what's shown. So I'm gonna bring that up and I'm just gonna tie it. I'm just gonna tie it in a bow, squish it down, tie it in a bow. And there we go. I guess I could have done my bow the other way, but let me see if I can't twist it to have the bow on the top, you know. There. So there we go. Bow's on top. So that's one piece of the candy. And then we put the other piece of ribbon underneath. And then we'll tie a bow on this side. And it does, look, it doesn't have to be perfect. Candy is, the wrapping is all different every time you get it. So if you get it tight, you get it tight. If you don't, you don't, okay? I mean, you can do it as perfect as you want or keep it natural and let it just do its own thing. So we're just gonna tie a bow. Oops, too big. And there we go. That's my, I probably cut this off a little bit. Let's do that now since I'm thinking about it. So make it a little bit smaller. And there we go. There's my candy thing that I'm using. Again, it's just a foam piece out of the floral department of Dollar Tree. That's all it is. I'm gonna put my trash to the side over there. Okay, so we got our candy. We have to figure out where we're gonna place it compared to where we're gonna place the bow. And I know the angle is not the best, but what I'm gonna do, let me put the hat in. Well, you know what? Let's start from the back forward. How's that sound? Back forward. So I'm gonna use these as my back pieces. So they're gonna be what's gonna be up in the back. So I have purple, orange, and black. I'm not using those are too big to use. So what we'll have to do is we'll have to use our what are these things called? Wire cutters. Wire cutters. Let's see. We're gonna take some of these off and we're going to use, so sometimes I cut them with the wire cutters and sometimes first before I cut them with the wire cutters, I just pull them so I have that piece. And sometimes it's not long enough to where I want to cut it. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pull a few of these off because I want a few purple, a few black, and a few orange. Again, I'm not going to use this whole thing. So there's two. I think I'm going to do 3 of each. There's one. So that's the purple. And then the, see how that one's longer than that one was, so because I'm gonna stick the wires down into this pumpkin, so I'm gonna be able to, I have to have something to stick in there, and the wires are perfect. Oh, that was 2 of them right there. Look at that, I got 2 in 1. Couldn't do that again if I tried. Okay, this one is a little different though. It's a little different. Let's see. This one I might have to because it's plastic. So, ooh, and they're messy. This is messy stuff. So this one I'm gonna have to cut with the wire cutters because the bottom piece is a thick piece of plastic and I don't foresee me getting in there and doing that. So I'm just gonna cut it. And this one I'm gonna do more of because it doesn't seem to have as much on it as the other one does. Let's see. I want a bigger, I want the longer pieces. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna do this long piece right here. Let's see. I'm gonna cut it here. Okay. Ooh, it's getting hot in here. It's not getting hot in this house. I'm having a hot flash. That's what's happening at the moment. So, if you're one of my cheeks are red, that's why. That's a telltale sign. Okay. Got a little messy over here. vacuum later and clean that up. Okay, so I was gonna use this as well. It's a broom, but I don't know if we're gonna have enough room for that. So look, I have a lot of ideas, but some of them just don't come to fruition. So fruition. I promise there's nothing in my coffee. Okay. Let's start with back. I'm gonna use this as my back because I don't want the hole to be seen. I was gonna use a light in there, but there's no holes in the front so you can't see it. I don't know. I might turn the lights off and look, but technically if you wanted to, you can poke holes in here and put a light in there and it would shine through. We're not doing that today. Okay. So how do I want these to go? We got purples and we got blacks and we got oranges. So pretty. And that's going to be the back. I don't know if you can see it or not, but that's going to be part of it anyway. So I got to figure out where I'm going to put these. So what we'll do is we have to poke some holes. And I'm just using a little screwdriver. So what I'll do is I'll just place that in there. See if that's what you can technically do is kind of bend it so it doesn't go all the way. But what we're gonna do is we're gonna use our hot glue and we're going to put hot glue in there and we're gonna hopefully get it to stay like that. Or you can just push it all the way through there and it stays right there like that. So there's one, and you can spruce it up and do them like that. Okay. And there's gonna be a hole for every single one of these, okay? So you're gonna be poking a lot of holes here. I might fast forward this part, just so you don't have to sit here and watch me poke holes all over the place. But you arrange them however you want. Here's my little doggy. I've been gone for a few days. I had a grandbaby and she hasn't seen me, so she's excited that I'm home. Yes, for Riz. But yes, I had a grandbaby on Saturday. It was amazing. What a good girl. You're a good girl. Yes, you're a good girl. Yes, you're a good girl. Her missed me. And now she thinks I have to hold her the whole time. All right, go lay down. All right, let's see. And this stuff is messy. It's got glitter all over it, so it's a hot mess. I think we are going to use the cat eventually, but I don't know yet. I want to put another black piece over here, so I need a, oh look at that, it came off. So I need to do a black piece right over here. Okay. And you're gonna have all your things which you can cut or like bend over later on, but you probably want to do that later on. I'm gonna leave it the way it is right now. And that's what we have so far, which I don't know if you can see it very good in the video, but that's what we have so far. And it's cute. Maybe if I use this thing, maybe you'll be able to see it. I don't know. There, that's what we have so far. Just the back pieces of it. So that's where we are. And now we're gonna add more. So we have our 31 that we're gonna add. And I hope it, see, I wanna do an orange. I have orange. My husband's making me orange. I can take it out of the other one I just did. Let me show you that one, just so you can see it before I dismantle it, because this is the one I made earlier. It came out really cute. And this is the orange 31. What I think I'm gonna do is I'm gonna dismantle this one and use this in this one. And when he makes my other orange, I'll put an orange back into this. And this is the styrofoam one. This is easier I didn't have to use a tool for this pumpkin. It was really easy to do and everything just poked down into it. So the only thing that was difficult was the bow. I had to hot glue it and it was kind of it's a little difficult. Even without the 31, it's cute. All right, so we're gonna use the orange ones for now. Like I said, I'm not planning on selling these. I mean, if somebody wanted to buy them, I'm not going to say no, but I don't plan on selling them, so I can do with what I want at this point in time. I think that's going to show a little bit better. I think so. So what we'll do is we'll play with both of them. We'll look and see what the black ones look like, and I love how whimsical they are. They're so cute. They're whimsical. I'm gonna take the hat off of this stick here. So I'm gonna have to cut it with the wire cutters because it doesn't come off. So I'm gonna cut the hat off of this because you know what? Let me just cut part of it because I probably can push it down in there, to be honest with you. Look, I must have, there. I can stick it down in here. So I'm going to place this on here and I'm going to place this on here. So let's go ahead and place our candy, because our bow is going to go over here. Okay, so I want it up like that. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to stick a skewer in there to hold this back there. So how that would work is you grab one of your skewers. Like, I got a messy area today. And you just poke it into the back of the candy. And then you're gonna make your hole here. And that's where you're gonna place this and then go from there. So you need your handy dandy screwdriver. Let me see where I'm gonna place this first. So okay, so I want it to come up like that. So I think I'm gonna place it right here. Okay, there. And then what I'll do is, because I want it to come up like this, so I'm probably gonna glue it right here, and here, like that, and then have the skewer come out right here and hold it up. So that's where I'm putting the skewer right here, And that's gonna be way too big, so I'm gonna have to cut this down a little bit. There. And I'm gonna poke that in the hole I made. Hopefully it goes in without me breaking it. I'm good at breaking things too. So let's push that all the way down. And then I want it to kind of stick up a little bit. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna hot glue it right here. So we'll just put some hot glue there, and a good amount is what I'm putting there, so it'll stick there. Okay, and you may have to hold it for a minute to let the glue set because it's extremely hot. I got mine on high heat, I think. I don't know. So let's do that. So that way this part's coming up and this part's secure. So it's really secure in there. It's not gonna move around or anything. Oh, I lied, it's coming off. It's hot. This says high temp, so I guess I can't change it. It's a high temp gun, so I can't change it, even if I wanted to. My other little one I can change, so if I was you, I would suggest just using low temp. Okay, so that's what it looks like so far. Cutesy, it's cutesy. And then what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put the witch's hat. Here's the front, because here's the feathers, and here's the little, you probably can't see it because it's so dark, but there's like a little rose and bows and stuff like that. So I'm gonna put this right in here. So I'm gonna make a hole and I'm going to stick it right in there. And that's where she's gonna sit, just like that. And there we go. We're getting there. I think it's coming out really cute. We have our bow to place. And I hope your bow, whatever you do, if you're a professional bow maker, it's gonna look beautiful. If you're not, it's gonna look beautiful, because I'm not, and I still think it looks beautiful. I might be a little biased, but you know, it is what it is. Okay, so we're just gonna fluff up our ribbons here. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna see where I'm gonna cut the excess of this pipe cleaner, because I don't need all that pipe cleaner. And I wanna see which ones, where the tails are gonna lay. That's how I place my bow on the pumpkin, is where are the tails gonna lay, because I want the longer tails at the bottom so they kind of come over the pumpkin a little bit. So that's my goal right there, and that's what I'll be doing. And I may cut this down a little bit. The ones that are on top, I may cut the tails down a little bit more, depending on how they sit. So first and foremost, we're gonna cut the pipe cleaners. I cut them pretty short. We're not using, technically you can cut a hole in this, and actually that probably would have been a good idea. I just thought of that. You can cut 2 holes into your pumpkin, put the pipe cleaners in, go back through the back hole and just tighten them. What? Why didn't I think of that? Now I cut the darn things off. The heck was I thinking?
What?
I cut my pipe cleaners when I could have secured it with the putting holes in here.
Oh well, you get for not thinking.
Look, he's not supportive. He said that's what you get for not. Okay, I think what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna add another pipe cleaner, and I'm gonna do what I just said, because I think that's the best way to secure this. So find your other pipe cleaner where it went, bring it back around, through here, down here, wrap it around. Okay. Twist it just so it's secure on there. So note to self, don't cut your pipe cleaners. Use them to your advantage. Because I think that's a terrific idea. So what we have is now we have these two pipe cleaners right here. If you can see them. I'm gonna cut a hole here and here, and I'm gonna place those in there, and I'm gonna twist it around. That's done already. Look, I got a one. See? He just brought it to me. He loves me. So I'm gonna place a hole here. And I say here, you're gonna put it wherever you want because you are not gonna be able to do exactly what I'm doing. You can just place them where I'm placing them, but you gotta figure out where to put your holes, okay? So you're gonna need two holes for this. One hole, two holes. It's hard. Look, I guess my screwdriver isn't very, there. Oh, okay, so what we're gonna do, figure out which way we wanna place our bow because I want some of the bows to come down, or the tails to come down, and I think it's gonna be this side right here because I like, see these two are my longest tails down here. And so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place my pipe cleaners in the holes. There's one pipe cleaner in the hole, another pipe cleaner in the hole. And the good thing about this pumpkin is since it has a hole in the back, I can do this. Okay, so, wow, I did not even think about that. That is just, I'm amazed at myself right now, I ain't gonna lie. Look, the little things, little things. I gotta figure out where these bows are going, okay. Okay, so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna attempt to tighten this pipe cleaner back here. Okay, so that's kind of where we are right now. I like it already. I think it's really cute. You can't really see the wires in here, but I'm gonna go ahead, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna push them sideways. And there, we got that so far. I think it's coming, I don't think the video is doing it any justice. I really like it, it's really coming out cute. I'm gonna tack this one over here with a little bit of glue. So I'll just go in, put a dab, and just stick that right there because it will hold it pretty good. This one I'm just gonna stick a little bit of glue right here. There we go, that's good. This one over here, I'm gonna do the same. So I'm gonna tack it right there. There. So far, so good. I said I'm gonna glue this hat down, but I think wherever I put it, I can always turn it however I place it. So now this looks a little janky, so I'm gonna fix this. When I cut it, it looks jagged on the candy right there, so I'm just gonna fix it. I'm just gonna cut it until I like it. And I mean, I'm all about it being natural, but I don't want jaggedness to it, so you might like that. I don't know. If you do, leave it alone. If not, just cut a little piece off here and there, and don't cut your finger like I almost just did. And so with that, I have my 31 to do. It looks busy right now already. I'm hoping the 31 doesn't look bad on it. So what I'm gonna do is I'm kind of torn. Now I don't know. Do I want I think the orange is gonna be the best. So this is gonna be the topper. So what I'm gonna do is I gotta find a spot in here where I'm gonna place this 31. So I need to make 2 holes. So I'll put 2 holes here. So be careful, don't cut yourself or poke yourself. Oh, there's one. Oh my God, these things are. Look, if I was you, I'd get a styrofoam one. This is doable, but it's a lot harder than the styrofoam ones. Okay, that one came out. Okay. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna place this one here. There you go. There. And I'm gonna place this one right here. And I'm gonna leave the 1 up above the 3 a little bit, so if you wonder, that's what I'm doing. I'm doing it on purpose. It's not that I forgot, it's just I'm doing it on purpose. So with that, they're sticking together like that, so I'm gonna just glue it so they stay exactly like that. So put my hot glue there. Bring my thing over here. My bow kind of shifted. I shifted my bow when I did that, so I'm gonna bring it back up. And I think I'm liking it so far. I think it's really cute. What do you think? I mean, you can always turn the 31. You can always put higher. See, these need to go forward a little bit so I can always put more of these right here. You can always do that so it's taller. And the darker ones kind of shade I think that it brings everything, you know, the 31 out a little bit more. So you technically could put more of these things in there. I think I'm gonna stop because sometimes too much is too much. So I'm gonna leave it like this. I'll take a picture of it. If you're gonna use this for a centerpiece, I wouldn't get one with the hole in it. I would get a styrofoam one and use that. Other than that, I mean, I do like the one with the hole because it helped me put things in and tidy them up a little bit, I guess. But I really did enjoy using the styrofoam. So if I had my choice, I would use the styrofoam again. So that would be my preference, and that's exactly what it is. It's a preference. So let me go set this up and I will show you our final product. I mean, you can use your imagination with these. I think they come out really cute and adorable. I mean, the 31, October 31st is Halloween. I could put a black one in here. I guess the black one would look okay in this. I don't know. I kind of feel like it gets lost. You tell me, do you think the black or the orange looks better? I mean, I think either or would look good, depending on what it's gonna be up against. So if it's gonna be a dark wall, the lighter, I guess the orange. If it's gonna be a lighter wall, I guess the black would be good. So yeah, let me know what you think. I like both, so look, it's all good. I like both of them, so just let me know what you like. So let me go ahead and set this up, take a picture, and then I'm gonna load the video. So I hope you enjoyed this video. Again, shout out to my friend Christy. She's the one who gave me this idea. And if you like this video and you like the videos that I do, subscribe. Subscribe to my page. I try to do a video a week. Things do happen, life happens. Like I said, I just had a granddaughter, and so I was down at her house for a little bit visiting her, so I'm a little behind right now. But yeah, like and subscribe my page, and I will continue doing crafts.